Welcome to Crypto Smasher. Here we do deep dives into all things crypto. If you want to stay informed of our content, then be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Full disclaimer, nothing in this video or other content on this channel is created as investment advice, only purely for informative purposes. In today's video, I will be presenting some reasons why Cardano is one of the more bullish projects out there in crypto. Insight today will be provided by top comments curated from Reddit and will give you a different perspective on Cardano. Let's begin with the first comment and work our way through. Comment 1. Alright, I'm gonna stick my neck out and try and answer as best I can, from my perspective. 1. What initially attracted me to Cardano was the methodical, research-based approach. I know it's an old talking point, but I respect that type of approach. 2. I see many other projects shooting up in value like a firework, only to have some issue with centralization or getting hacked, etc. That's a red flag to me. In my opinion, Cardano is standing the test of time by being consistent, decentralized, and relatively issue-free. I know it still has issues. I attribute this to all the research that was put into it. 3. I've been using Cardano for over a year now and I don't think I've had one bad experience. I've participated in initial stake pool offerings, used some DeFi protocols, been staking, used multiple wallets, and overall I've found the experience to be quite enjoyable and smooth. This hasn't always been my experience with many other chains. 4. I believe in the purpose of Cardano. I feel like it's doing a good job of balancing the blockchain trilemma and I feel like it aims to make the world a better place. There are other reasons too, but I think these are the main ones. Also, there are tons of other great blockchains that I like too. Comment 2. Just watch CardanoUpdates.com. If it doesn't update for a week, then they have stopped building Cardano. Comment 3. Mainly because it's one of the few projects that is not a copy-paste of Ethereum and Uniswap, or that is directly built over the Ethereum network, but instead does its own chain and protocol, and attempts to remedy all of the shortcomings of Ethereum. They have already got the attention of several decent investors, and if they can deliver on their roadmap, there's little reason not to build on the Cardano ecosystem. Comment 4. I don't know if Cardano price will improve. But I know that Cardano has a lot more changes upcoming on their roadmap. And I think they have a lot of growth potential. Comment 5. A few points off the top of my head. Catalyst, best staking experience, full node Daedalus wallet, nobody can block you. Other points include decentralized, no VCs, roadmap with Hydra and ZK rollups, most expected this year. There's also the strong community and hard fork combinator. Most of Cardano's competition is very centralized, monolithic like Solana, and can't scale like Avalanche. The subnets are like separate blockchains, or require validation from the main chain, which means it won't scale. Near uses sharding, which I also can't see it scaling and keeping composability. Phantom is just a Dagon DeFi play, will never be top 5, it's also very centralized. Ethereum is the only real competition out there right now, and it's not looking likely to be at Ethereum 2.0 anytime soon. Comment 6. Basically, the hope is that Cardano just does it better since everything has been over-researched. Ethereum obviously has flaws and they're trying to fix them while the car is still in motion, which is seldom an efficient and comprehensive solution. All the other major blockchains also make sacrifices. Tendermint-based chains tend to be more centralized, EVM chains still run into scalability problems despite increasing gas limits and tend to be more vulnerable due to solidity, etc. Many have hidden vulnerabilities as well. For example, a vulnerability that could have resulted in like 90% of the token supply getting siphoned and stolen was just recently patched on Polygon, and Solana has had numerous outages even with demand for block space still on the lower end. Cardano fans are hoping the whole peer-reviewed and researched nature of Cardano, combined with the very cautious and methodical development approach, will result in a blockchain that strikes the best mix of decentralization, speed and security. Now, whether that actually happens, or it remains vaporware or ships with its own problems despite all the review, that's a different conversation. Comment 7. The community is Cardano's superpower, not its design, and you see that over and over again. Its design is solid, albeit slow development-wise, but only in certain ways. But what most people don't understand until you actually use it, is the community. The projects being built, in my opinion, are more designed to positively affect the world, and that is where real value is created in the long term. As some proof of this, currently the Cardano community is fighting against the centralization of block production like all chains. The main way small independent pools are differentiating themselves is not price but mission and community. Most pools have found charities to support, etc., and then delegators are choosing pools based on that mission. So for a specific example, if you're a dog lover and hate how many pets are euthanized each year, you could stake with dog who is a ISPO with competitive rates but then turns around and donates some of their profits to dog-related charities. This is what makes people confused, but simply on subreddit size you can see there are users excited about Cardano. Developers will build there just to tap into that alone. The last point I make is that it's one of the chains pushing forward with UXO model versus accounts, and that is a great thing. These two systems have various strengths, and having crypto advancing in both areas is good for the whole industry. For example, Cardano speed is not super good now, but it has relatively low and deterministic fees. While this structure can already be very useful in microloans and insurance, whereas Ethereum currently struggles having a free market. Basically, they are good for different things without abandoning decentralization like so many do. Comment 8. With Cardano, there is a genuine concern for the ethos of crypto, its roots and ethics. This has largely been forgotten, in the hype for fiat gains. You ask about DeFi and chains doing DeFi, but what value is DeFi to society? It makes a few very rich by using over-collateralized loans in virtual coins, that they then have to sell back for fiat. Ultimately, DeFi in its current form does little. Cardano is going for real fi. What's that? Well, it's building to do under collateralized loans to real people. It aims to actually challenge legacy banking and finance in a real and meaningful way. Cardano is also shooting for true decentralization, in a sustainable format that can cope with or without external regulations. In the face of the MetaMask/Infura debacle, you have to wonder what other chains have actually been doing all this time. If all you want is an unregulated casino to get rich, Cardano, maybe, isn't the best option, but if you know what Chancellor on verge of second bailout for banks actually means, you should be joining the Cardano community. Comment 9. It's not about the amount of dApps, but the underlying technology. Cardano evolves slowly, but they do it right instead of quickly. Comment 10. I treat it like a hedge against other Layer 1 solutions. It has an academic approach which makes it different from, say, Ethereum. When I diversify, I don't want a bunch of Ethereum clones, so I pick coins like Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot, etc., coins that I see are approaching the same problems with different ways of solving them. Each will carve out their own niche or die. Comment 11. I honestly believe that the extended UXO model architecture creates a highly efficient and scalable blockchain that really stands to impress. I mean, being able to execute a smart contract through multisig is really cool. With multisig, you can mint an NFT in the same transaction as the purchase. This means that you receive the NFT at the same moment that the Cardano leaves your wallet. Then when you compound that scalability is coming this year, and you start to look at some of the societal level integration happening in Africa adopting Cardano for its education system and other proofs like land ownership, combined with super unique and powerful decentralized finance instruments like Maladex with algorithmic trading tools and parameter-based programmable swaps, as well as solid staking lensing protocols like MELD. There is a lot being built. Comment 12. Cardano is the long hold. Here is the deal. Cardano is very decentralized at the moment. If Cardano can scale, and that is a big if, it will move institutional investors. Institutional investors do not take chances, institutional investors control markets. Do you really think that the $600 you spent 5 years ago on Bitcoin is what made it move to $60,000? Grayscale, MicroStrategy, Dubai, and the UAE made it move to $60,000. Right now, Cardano is too risky for these institutions to drop real money billions into. Grayscale and FD7 Ventures are the only real institutional investment in Cardano. Grayscale only has about 25 million ADA, FD7 has about 380 million ADA. Think about this, this is not a lot of coins compared to how big these companies' pockets are. So far, the majority 90 to 95% of these holdings from these institutional investors are Bitcoin. Grayscale alone owns 4% of every Bitcoin that will ever exist. Think about that. They own over 500,000 Bitcoin. They move markets. Staked ADA is removed from the circulating supply. This is key. And this is why it is a long hold. When institutional investors take the real money to ADA, the price will rise with it. Due to regulatory issues, institutional investors are required to purchase coins from exchanges. For this reason, to fill large orders they pay higher prices than most of us. $1 billion ADA isn't just sitting in a Binance wallet for the Grayscale Trust to buy. Therefore, when they fill orders the price rises with it. If the UAE were to purchase $1 billion ADA, the price would not stay at 80 cents like it is today. $1 billion ADA purchase would shoot the price up dramatically. This is why Cardano is a long hold. Thanks for your time today, and I hope you found some nuggets of insight from this content and learned a little bit more about Cardano. Thanks again, see you in the next video.